Today is Thursday, May 29th, 2025, and it's very windy, so I don't know if the sound will be fine. It's a very windy day today. I'm using my cell phone because the action cam doesn't do a good job with the wind noise. Anyway, what you're seeing behind my motorcycle is the actual motorcycle parking lot of the SAAQ. That parking lot is used to do the slow speed maneuvers exam, which I did last year. After that, 1 week from now, from today, I'm gonna do my road test, because here in Quebec we have to wait minimum 11 months up to 18 months before we do the road test. So there are two bikes over there. One is the Honda CB 500F, I believe, or R, I'm not sure. I'm gonna do my road test with that bike. And the other one, the red one, is the Honda Rebel 500. So anyway, today's video will be about me practicing in the city. Stick around, and the video won't be too long. I'm expecting about 15 minutes, that's all. Alright, so let's do this. Left, right, left. To make sure I check both sides. This is something I always do anyway. I'm not worried about that. I always check both sides before engaging. The problem will be switching from one lane to the next. There's a specific procedure I have to follow, and honestly, I don't always do it. Even when changing from the left ear to the right ear, there's a procedure to follow, which I don't always do. So I'm gonna show you later on what I mean. When I did my motorcycle school, I came here to practice a little bit. Parking was right up here. Alright, slowing down, little bump. We had to practice how to park, and we did it right here on the red inside. Now I'm going to be turning left and switching lanes, so I'll show you what the procedure is, what should be done. Making sure the other guy there doesn't run the red light. Alright, I'm in my left lane. Now I'm gonna do mirror, blind spot, flasher, mirror again, blind spot, and move over. That's the right procedure. This is how they want us to do it. Honestly, I don't always do it twice. Even when driving a car, what we do is we usually check, we put the flasher, and then we go. We don't double check. But here, during my road test, I'm gonna have to double check all the time. I may lose some points because of that. Gotta pay attention to these kids, making sure they're staying there while I turn. So I'm gonna be turning right soon. And the procedure is mirror, blind spot, and move over to the right side of the lane. So I'm gonna really need to focus on that when I do my road test next week. Respecting the speed limit won't be a problem, but going from the left tier to the right tier of a lane, I may lose some points. Double check, triple check even. The safer the better. Now here, I have to turn my head Each time I cross an intersection like this, I'll need to turn my head to make sure that the instructor inside the car following me behind, they can see that I'm actually turning my head. The problem with a lot of people, they wear a black helmet, and if there's no sticker, you cannot really see if the motorcycle rider is turning his head to look at his mirrors, to look at side streets like that. So I decided to put some stickers, reflective stickers on my helmet, red and white, so that way they will be able to see when I turn my head. I don't want to lose points for that, because I always do turn my head, but they need to see it. That's the important part. They need to see what you're doing. They cannot be guessing. I've been told to exaggerate my head movement, so that's what I'm gonna have to do. Respecting the speed limits won't be a problem for me. I always do inside the city. Checking both sides, making sure nobody's running the red light. Wow, look at this road. That's pretty bad. My God. It's like riding a dirt road or something. Some gravel roads are smoother than this. This is bumpy. Wow. Oh my, even more so here. I could go, but making sure he's slowing down, doing his stuff. Better safe than sorry. Whoa. Stay there, buddy. Stay there. Making sure he sees me. That's a common problem for motorcycle riders. We're not seen by car drivers. Not always, anyway. I don't really get it. We're big enough. They should see us. To help myself, I've put some red stickers on my bike as well, because my motorcycle is black and gray, so I've put some red reflective tapes to make sure I'm seen, to help myself anyway, just like I did on my helmet. And I'm wearing a red jacket, red and black, but mainly red, just to help myself to be seen. Making sure I look. I don't always look. I hope I'm not gonna lose too many points for that. Overall, I know I'm safe. Many years ago, I took a defensive driving course when I was a truck driver, and that helped a lot. And it does help my riding too. Anticipation, that's something I developed as a truck driver. Very useful when you ride a motorcycle. Alright, I've cut part of the video because I was at the far east end, I think, of the city, and I took the highway to get back to the west end. The city is not very big, so it's easy to actually ride through the city and get it done in no time. I could have gone to the older part of the city. The streets are very small, narrow, lots of traffic. They're gonna probably bring me there for my road test. But I've been there a couple times, so... Oh wow, look at that. Nice pickup truck. Old pickup made new. Looks cool. Yeah, it's a nice looking truck. Alright, now I'm gonna do a lane switch again, so mirror, blind spot, flasher, mirror, blind spot, move over, and remove flasher. I just hope that when I do my road test, they give me enough time. They warn me ahead of time when they want me to turn, so that I can actually do my procedure fully. Because if I have to hurry, I'm gonna just do a single check, not double check. Alright, I'm back on that same boulevard. Keeping my eyes on that black pickup so that it doesn't enter that boulevard while I'm there. Keeping my eyes on this guy. One thing I also hope, not getting a yellow light at the last second and I have to either force my way through or... Oh, the red pickup was right there on the right. I don't want to force my way through a yellow light that turns red on me. So I hope I'm not going to have any problems. Holy shit, did you just see this? Wow. Unbelievable. Some people are dangerous out there. They just don't know how to drive. That's crazy. If I would have been there on the right hand side, the left lane, the inside lane, I would have been hit. That person would have smashed into me big time. Jeez. Alright, double check again. Moving over because I'm going to be turning left there. Ah, he's waving me through. Thank you, buddy. We'll get there. We'll get by. He was about to pull out, so I appreciate that he let me go instead of force me to just stop and sit there for a while. School zone. This, I must admit, I'm not always careful about that, so I'm gonna need to pay attention to my speed. I'm sure they're gonna bring me to a school zone for my road test just to make sure that I do respect the speed limits, because a lot of people, they don't. They keep driving at 50 kilometers an hour. Or when there's a park. Sometimes there's a speed limit near a park. Oh well, look at this hole there on the left. This street is pretty bad too. It needs to be repaved big time. It's like this street here hasn't been repaved in 100 years. I think I just reached 10,000 kilometers on my bike. I'm gonna look down and 99999. Yeah. Turning to 10,000. Actually turning to 0 because it was set on trip B. I got the bike used. But since I got the bike, I decided to set the trip B at 0 and let it go. Here I have to be careful because cars on the right, they don't have a stop and they can drive by very quickly. I've seen some people drive by at 70, 75. Probably they give themselves a swing to go up. I don't know. Here I'm gonna have to be careful, avoiding the cracks when I turn, so that I don't lose any traction. Alright, keeping my eyes on this guy. Looking the other side. Double check again. Move over, and I have to do another check because I'm moving to the right here. Alright, enough practicing. I'm gonna head back to the highway and go home now. So my last double check. Mirror, blind spot, flasher, mirror, blind spot, and move over. Well, looks like it's been a little bit more than 15 minutes. Sorry about that. I hope you stuck around. If you have some questions, don't hesitate to ask. If you have some suggestions as well, let me know in the comments. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing any more riding until I do my road test, because the weather is pretty crappy up here in Quebec right now. I got lucky I was able to ride today. Oh, there's a cup there on the other side on the right. I don't know if you can see it. Top right corner. Alright, thanks for watching. Be safe out there.